It's your boy Mason Knight 333. It's time to get into the facts about what happened and occurred there on New Year's night. I don't get into speculation. Again, I work for the media for the last 23 years, and whenever there's a press agent on the ground, such as an On Scene or Loud Labs or RMG, we are first on the scene for the reasons of listening to scanners. And on that night, I had a voice recording from the CB, the radio call, as I was doing a Otto versus Ped on La Cienega and Obama going in there forgotten for that young man who has lost his life.
Primary, verify your location.
Airpost for battery in progress, 550 to 11 times, and driver in progress for 2 miles and female battery, postal battery involved for 2
Traffic unit, ambulance traffic, 1876, Middleton Place, 1876, Middleton Place. Let's go 3 incident 245, RD 375. Control, hold the frequency. Primary, come up.
7817, 7817, southwest, handle the time down.
Where are you at?
Suspect there now, 1007.5 West 25th Street.
I got some unfortunate news for someone who was obviously hit here on La Cienega and Obama, and the call came out, Santa Fe and Porter, 5 victims shot. So I'm listening to that call. They are calling for a scrimmage line there on Santa Fe and Porter. They got a 415 crowd with 5 victims shot there. It could possibly be a party. So we are praying for those victims there on Santa Fe. Hold on. 1 second. This is La Cienega and Obama. And obviously someone lost their life here. Looks like the driver possibly have stayed here at the scene. Okay, so I'm listening to the Santa Fe call. Santa Fe, not conscious, not breathing. 5 victims. And Porter in Santa Fe sounds like a party. Multiple victims down, 5 or more just came out.
Control have RA standby at Mateo and Olympic.
Mateo and Olympic.
Mateo and Olympic, the RAs will stand by.
Is where the
Primary, which way do you want to push the crowd?
I might have to run it, but definitely here.
13 George 30, let's push this crowd towards Santa Fe.
Santa Fe. Okay, so we're praying for those 5 or 6 victims shot there in South LA. But we owe it to Devon and Maya, who are obviously gone and they're forgotten, and the young sister who's holding on to their lives, to find out what exactly happened that night. And we, as press agents in the field, we stand on what we put and we slug our stories as. And that night in particular, one of our press agents slugged that particular shooting as a officer involved shooting. That's what OIS means. So neither the news or anybody even asked the questions whether or not the 2 officers who were there probably either before or during the process of the shooting, did they fire any type of weapons, whether it was non-lethal, a taser, or bullets at any of the people there, and why wasn't a description of what they believe they saw as trained officers of suspect or suspects leaving this scene unless they were involved. Now, there is some red tape in the video itself that you can actually see that, again, I don't care if they run out of yellow tape or whatever have you. A lot of times, if they do run out, they might use red tape, but very seldom do they put up red tape. And red tape in any situation or any scene out here in California means an officer-involved shooting took place. So us as on scene, we stand on what we put on our slugs, our stories, and obviously I've been reviewing some witnesses off record, and even some of their people are saying the same thing, who might have been there or heard from somebody who might have been there, that the officers were there on the scene and could have been involved in the shooting. So very interesting. I'm not doing this for clout. A lot of people get on my page and get to trying to, say I'm making up false narratives or whatever have you. That's not what this is about. This is about getting closure, getting the families to get an attorney to get the body cam footage that night of the 2 officers or more who were there before this call or during the shooting taking place. And you can see them in this footage that I'm showing you here. And again, I'm not going to play all of it because a lot of it's on Instagram, and then a lot of it's on Scene TV shot. And then there's a radio the night that I heard the call that I wasn't able to run down there because a lot of our guys were already there from on Scene TV. So again, for the gone and never forgotten, we need answers, we need closure, and we need to put out a word, if it is black on black crime, that we need to get a hold on that. Women and kids are off limits. We know the rules, people. We should not be saying this and saying this and saying this, although there is a war going on in the Middle East. And given the fact that there's protests going on all across the country for a ceasefire for Palestine, there's now an imam that was killed on the soil of United States of America. So a lot of these incidences where there are major mass shootings like the one in Hawthorne, and there's some other incidents that just occurred abroad. We have to put that into perspective on World War III and how that's mounting up and how that attitude is carried over into the streets now and obviously into our homes. So again, going in there forgotten for those who have lost their life. I do not ever want to be, showing footage that is going to degrade and show us as a people that are animalistic, who we don't care about each other. That's false. You can't tell me we don't care about each other. We haven't even gotten a chance to get reparations, to even get freedom, to even breathe the whole time we've been in LA. It's been gangs, it's been police, it's been domestics, it's been economic, anything and any type of issue to hold us back from becoming who we truly are. And believe me, in 2024 election, we best believe have our thinking cap on for who and what we're going to go for. If they're not representing reparations, then they don't represent us. It's your boy Mason 933. You watch AMillion Hits for the Gone and Never Forgotten, and obviously for the New Year's 10 and the Hawthorne 6. I do want to say for Gone and Never Forgotten for those who have lost their life in the year of 2023. It has been biblical, not to mention all the other 6 shot prior to the mass shootings, and so on and so forth. It's your boy Mason 933. You watching 2020 war. That's what we call it, apocalypse now. We are definitely headed into World War III as we get ready for hopefully a ceasefire in the Middle East. Peace.
Support y'all. In Harlan, gmail.com 1. The best gumbo through LA. You will love it. If you want something hot, something fresh, something real nifty to fill your tummy, in places and different events, you can take some nifty gumbo 5. You love 5s on hood. Yo, Mac in. We're holding Harlan, gmail.com 1. That's my homeboy. King 5 Fingers Uncle. And he has the best gumbo around LA. I'm going to keep it 55th Street.